Hi, I'm Amy from Whiteacres, and today I'm going to talk about the importance of branding. So before we dive into why branding matters, we should probably talk about what branding is. So branding is all the things. It's huge. It's what people think, say and feel about you. It's your first impression and your 900th. It's how you speak to people and how you act with people. And yes, it's your logos and your colours and your fonts too. It's your website, your social media, your customer service, everything. Absolutely anything that impacts the expectations, experiences and memories that people have of your business. So everything. It's every opportunity you have to make a connection with your audience, visually, not visually, if you're actually a part of that moment or if you're not. Brand, more than anything, is about feeling. So how do people feel about your business? Not in that considered way where they've gone and made like a chart and decided what they think, but in the moment without thinking about it. How do you make them feel? Did you know that 95% of our purchase decision making takes place subconsciously? That's that in the moment gut feeling right there. And hopefully you can see why branding is important here, because branding helps you to pinpoint how those moments could feel by getting really clear on what it is that you're actually about. Can you also see that whether you like it or not, you have a brand? Because your brand is everything, then it's already there. And you have the opportunity to transform that moment into something else. And if you'll take the time to think about it and implement your findings, it's going to be so worthwhile. Branding is important because it's an action you can take and implement that will attract the right people to your business. And there are some fabulous benefits. So I would love to help you work on your brand. Get in touch if you'd like to book a coaching session or work on your brand visuals. I get so excited about this, and I love helping people get excited about their brands as well. So let's take a look at some of the benefits of branding, why it's important. I've got 7 benefits. And the first one is confidence. So this is my favourite benefit. How many times have you been at a networking event and someone's handed you their business card saying something along the lines of, oh, my website's not quite ready yet, or these cards aren't the final ones, I'm still working on that. Maybe you've even been that person, and that's okay, but often there's embarrassment because you know that your visuals are not working their hardest for you. There might be various reasons for that. Maybe it's just not in your skill set. Maybe you actually are working on it and it hasn't actually happened yet. Or maybe you know it needs to be done and you just haven't prioritised it. So you can fix that. You can make your website and your logo and your business cards and your social media graphics, everything, something that you're proud of, something that fills you with confidence. Because confidence removes shame, which means that handing out your stuff is no longer an issue for you. You're more likely to direct people to your website, and you're more likely to gain work or to hand out your brochure. And then there's more confidence. So confidence doesn't just work for you with your business, it also works for your audience. If you get your branding right, your audience is going to have more confidence in you. So when you look the part and actually communicate what you do and how you do it, then your audience are going to take you more seriously, which has got to be a good thing. You're going to look more professional. You're going to look like you're not just going to disappear overnight. They're going to look at your business and they're going to think, yeah, I get that, and I feel real confidence in this business. And then there's clarity. So working on your brand requires time, thought and work, all of which helps you become much clearer on what you're all about, what you think and believe, who you want to work with, who you want to, how you want people to feel. Saul Bass said that design is thinking made visual. So you can have good design, but you can have really good design if you just think about it. And this will impact on all the other aspects of your brand as well, because during the design process you're going to have to ask yourself some questions that's going to really help you to transform all those non-visual elements of your brand as well. So you're going to know what your values are, you're going to know what your brand personality is, you're going to know who your ideal client is, you're going to have really got a handle on those things and so much more. They're like the 3 main things that I think you should definitely know. But there is so much more to it, and that's going to give you so much clarity on everything else in your business moving forwards. And then there's connection. Branding creates connection. Through your branding, you'll be putting messages, images and thoughts out there which will help you to connect with the right people. You'll attract people who also shop at the place where you shop, or the people who've been having similar breakthroughs from reading that book, or those people who just love your brand colour and can't scroll past. Seth Godin said that people buy relationships, stories and magic, and relationship is a connection. Branding makes creating that connection easier because you're not just putting out any old thing. You have a plan for how you're going to show people what matters so that you can connect with your audience and get that relationship started. And then there's loyalty. Branding helps to create loyalty through connection. Positive feelings about that brand will mean that they will have a sense of loyalty towards you, which is wonderful. And then that means you're also going to have recognition. So having a strong visual brand is really handy if you want to get recognised and remembered so that you're front of mind when someone needs what you do. There's also something very satisfying about a stranger coming up to you and knowing what you do and knowing who you are and feeling that they have that connection with you before they've even met you in person. So you could increase your recognition factor by having this very similar imagery across all your different platforms, on your website, on every piece of print. And this is about being consistent with your brand image. This should be easy peasy because you should have a brand style sheet to help you. But it basically just means that instead of going, oh, I'm going to go with blue on Instagram and red on Twitter, and I'm going to put like a green thing on my website, which is fine if they're all your brand colours, but it has to all tie together in other ways. This is just like a very basic version. You're going to make sure that it is really similar, so everything is going to be blue. But it might be that there's a different message on each website, but it's still sort of saying the same kind of thing. You're going to have something in there that's going to tie it all together. And then finally, we've got money. So who doesn't love this one? If you spent time on your brand, done a good job, then this is what will happen. You'll get money, because having a strong brand helps you stand out and be recognised. It puts you top of mind. You've made that connection with those people who want to work with you. They remember you, so they're going to recommend you to others, even if they've not bought anything from you, because they know who you are and they know what you do. And when they're ready for what you sell, they'll come to you because they've got that connection with you and that sense of brand loyalty. So your brand has the power to create confidence for you, confidence for your audience, connection, recognition, loyalty, and sales. And that's why it's important, and that's why you should bother working on your brand, which I would love to help you with further. So in order to do that, you can subscribe to these videos and watch more of them to see the kind of things that you could do that are going to benefit your brand. And I'll see you in the next video.